Hello everybody, what's up? My name is Jordan Arell. Welcome to another daily video on circumcision. And today I'd like to tell you a little bit about why it is that some people here in the United States seem to think that a circumcised penis looks or smells better than an intact, uncircumcised penis. So this all dates back to evolutionary biology because basically, here's the deal guys. An intact penis has a foreskin on it. What does a foreskin do? It covers the glands of the penis. This makes the guy look like he's not excited. Only when he is excited does that foreskin pull back, he gets an erection, and the glands is exposed. That's a signal to the female or the male that the penis is ready for action. It's like, ooh, now I get to be excited by this penis because it's erect, because I see that glands and I know it's time to get my thing on. So that's what makes women excited. That's what is naturally, we've evolved over time to know that, oh, that turns me on. And so of course, when you look at a circumcised penis that has had that foreskin removed and looks like it's always semi-erect or erect because there's no foreskin covering the glands ever, then we say, oh, that looks better because it looks like it's always erect. So for some people, they say, okay, so that makes a circumcised penis look better, so that's why it looks better. I would argue, actually, that doesn't necessarily make it look better necessarily. It just makes it look like it's always erect and turns you on. So here's the deal. I like to use a little analogy here. We could also say, make it look like women are always turned on, like they're always ovulating, like they're always, reaching that height of orgasm by enlarging their breasts. We could permanently enlarge their breasts using some kind of inflatable thing in their boobies, and then it would look like they are always turned on, like they're always ready for action. We could also, like permanently from birth, basically put makeup on them with tattoos, so it would also look like they're always ready to go, rearing and ready to go. Why not just tattoo permanently, like great makeup on their face, make it so the boobs always look perfect, and that'd be the same thing, right? So here's my argument about that. I don't think that we should alter anybody's body or appearance, and I think that that very idea is extremely ugly and disgusting. That we should alter someone's body when they're a baby without their consent, so that when they're an adult, they'll have big boobs or a pretty face or an always exposed dick. I think that that's a ludicrous idea. I think that if all women had slightly larger breasts and a little scar under them where I could see that there's silicone put in them, that would disgust me. That wouldn't make me sexually excited, knowing that a woman has been altered. That's disgusting, and I think it's the same thing with circumcision. If you're really an intelligent, critical person and you see a scar on a guy's dick and see that he's missing a very important, vital piece of his penis that's there and has important functions and a lot of nerve endings, then I feel bad for that guy. I'd feel bad for that woman who's had that done to her. And yeah, it might trick my brain a little bit, and it's like, oh, that looks attractive because she has large breasts, or it looks like her face is like all made up, and that's what I'm attracted to. But at the same time, it really wouldn't, because knowing that that was done without their consent, an extremely painful procedure that they had no say in, that's disgusting. That disgusts me, and that turns me off, and I think it should turn any woman or man off to see that that was done to a man without his consent. Even if, let's say we're in a hypothetical society where women don't really know that or don't really think about that. It's not a thing that's always on their mind, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm glad that my boobs were made bigger when I was a baby, because it's just a psychological defense mechanism then. It's not like they're really happy about it. They could have chosen it for themselves if they wanted, and I think it's so sad that that happens. Another thing is that they say, it smells better. Well, we could also cut off women's clitoris and all the folds and all the stuff that starts to get stinky, because frankly that smells a lot worse than guys, and you can just wash that off with water too, and it clears up most of the problem. Women still have a little bit of a smell. Guys deal with it. I've learned to enjoy that over time. I've learned to appreciate the way that a woman smells, that's part of the experience, and that has its own beauty, and that there's actually pheromones involved, and it's natural to learn to appreciate that. It's a little bit weird at first, as is everything in sex, but you learn to love it, and that's part of maturing. That's part of the human experience. And so to say, well, there's also a little bit of a smell with a guy, and especially if he doesn't wash it, so why don't we just cut it off? I also don't buy into that. If a woman had all of her little bits cut off, and it's like, ooh, now she smells fresh and clean all the time. I don't smell anything bad down there because there's no clitoris and clitoral hood and smegma building up all around that stuff. Gross. Who would want that? Glad my girl's cut. Like, it's kind of fucked up, isn't it? That's kind of nth degree fucked up if that's what we say to guys, because they have the same kind of nerve endings, the same concentration, the same degree of nerve endings in their foreskin that a woman has in her clitoris. It's like the same thing. That's the main sensory organ on a guy's body, and a lot of people don't know that, but it's true. It's still true. Even if we try not to hear it, if we try to plug our ears and ignore it and don't want it to be true, it's still true. And it's horrifying that we do this to men because of aesthetic reasons. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. In the same way that I'd be disgusted by those things being done to a woman and be sad and be like depressed about it. Any intelligent woman who really understands this about a man or any partner of a man, whether she's a woman or female or male or intersex or transgender or whatever, it's wrong. It's so wrong. And that's the truth. So thanks for watching today, guys. That's my opinion on, do circumcised penises really look that much better? I don't think so, personally. But everybody's has their own opinion. Love to hear your guys' opinion. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think below, and I will talk to you all again tomorrow.